Sorry for the hiatus I took over the past few months, but I'm finally now ready to do another update video. This is for the stuff I got in the past 5 months. So this is actually a pretty big haul, and I got some birthday gifts, limited box sets, some limited box sets, a couple standard titles, and Laserdiscs. So I'm going to get to the Laserdisc last this time around. And then we're gonna get to the UHDs. We're gonna get to the Laserdisc last, but we're gonna start with the DVDs, the couple Blu-rays, the lone UHD, standard title, then the Criterion's, Shout Factory, Arrow Video, and then the Laserdisc. If hopefully I got all that straight, but I think yeah, hopefully I got that straight. So, anyways, give me just one more second, actually. So, with that all said, let's begin. Starting with the two Criterion DVDs. I will be putting in the description and in the pinned comment when I got these titles. So, let's go ahead and get started. This I saw for cheap, and I had never seen this before, and hearing that it was a widely acclaimed film, I decided to go for it. Though I know the great Blu-ray's out. This essentially has most of the same features. And having seen it now, I will probably upgrade to that at some time. There's also some fading in the booklet, as you'll see here as well. I think that's part of, unfortunately, the book, like getting scratched or something. However, this is fine because I got it for super cheap. And the discs are perfect, so no problemo there. And here's this one. This one's directed by Nicholas Roeg, who did The Man Who Fell to Earth and The Witches. It's been a long time since I've seen The Witches, and I have still not seen The Man Who Fell to Earth, but I do have it on 4K, so I will get to both of those at some point. And then see The Witches again. Also, this DVD is out of print because they had their license, I think, temporarily expired, and then they had to, their license temporarily expired, and then they released a new 4K then they released a 4K from a different restoration a few years, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago or something. I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. On. Here's the long written essay on the movie, which I'm not going to read because, well, I've never seen this yet. Still have yet to get to see this, but I hear this movie is really good. Actually, hold on. Here's actually this here. Pretty cool Criterion DVD. No, hold on while I get this back in. There you go. Once again, this was for a couple bucks, so couldn't say no. Now onto the standard DVD, starting from 1997. This is a reprint, but because I saw this for $1 and sealed, I couldn't say no. Big 1989 Batman fan here. This is Batman Forever and Robin, and this is Batman and Batman Returns. This is one of the first few DVDs ever released by Paramount, believe it or not. This, and I think a couple others released on the same day, but this was one of the first ones to be released. Now, this one's pretty interesting. Not because it's this movie, but it's because of this release. While it's a standard Columbia TriStar release, the disc, while it has the widescreen label, I got it sealed too, by the way. This does not come with the full frame label, the full screen label. So, believe it or not, you'd think this was a single-sided disc for a moment or two. Besides that, this disc works perfectly fine, and the full-screen version is on there. So, they must have forgot the label. So, funny enough, I do have this film on Laserdisc as well. And I do have a couple editions of the Batman films. The 2005 DVDs, the Blu-rays, and I think I have them on tape as well. I also have Batman 1989 on 4K Ultra HD, which I might not keep as that long because that release, in my opinion, was not that great. I do know Kino Lorber has a UHD out, and I do know the original Signifying Rapper version is available on Laserdisc, so I'll have to upgrade from that at some point, but I'm glad to have that movie now. Have a couple DVD versions of this one, not gonna really get into it, because it'll take too much time, and will just be a jumbled mess of this DVD from so on. Have the Director's Definitive Blu-ray, but I've heard some of these older versions are a bit better, so picked up this one, because I don't have a laser, because, well, I don't know how to say this, but at the time, I did not have a Laserdisc player. I'll go into that in a second video. Yep, I got a Laserdisc player, but I'll go into that in a second video. Now, this one's a reprint from 2000. I actually got this from my grandma, sent from Thrift Books. This, believe it or not, is a Canadian copy, but this is still the exact same Arts and Entertainment DVD, logos and all. Still need to get all the Planet of the Apes films on Blu-ray, and those releases are, while transfers are great, the audio is kind of all over the place. And I know that the original monos for these films are sporadic on different releases and so on and so forth. As you can tell, I much prefer original audio over 5.1 remixes that destroy the intent of the mono sound design. Though I heard the 2004 remix of Planet of the Apes is actually not bad. The Blu-ray mix, however, is a bit worse, because I heard they were like, I heard there was different mixing levels for the music, so that weren't fully you know, there in the 5.1, unlike the mono and 2004 mixes. So the Blu-rays I've heard are a bit worser. But hey, glad to have this to expand on my Planet of the Apes collection. Still gotta get all the original films now. I actually do have a DVD copy of this one, but this one I saw for around, I think it was like 50 cents. And this does come with a CD soundtrack. So I'll get rid of my standard copy for this. At some point, I'll get rid of that. This was from my standard copy I just threw in here. Last standard DVD. Actually, this is my last DVD overall, actually. This is a reprint from 2024 without all the Disney Movie Rewards promos on it. Now on to the Blu-rays. If I'm yeah, Blu-rays, UHD. Actually, give me 1 second. All right, now I'm back. This includes all 3 seasons, Fire Walk with Me, and the extras. Now, because this packaging is so garbage, look at this. This is horrendous quality. And I know that I've heard Blu-ray manufacturing is kind of a bit crap, but as far as I'm aware, all the discs I had to go through tons of replacements for that one, and I got the Blu-rays in actual individual cases, which are right here. So here's disc 1, disc 2, and 3. Hold on a moment. DVD stack literally fell on me if you barely saw it. Disc 4, 5, and 6. Disc 7, 8, and 9. Disc 10. And for limited series, disc 1, disc 2. Disc 3. Disc 1, disc 5. Disc 6, Disc 7, Disc 8, and the bonus disc, the exclusive bonus disc, Disc 9, Disc 10, and the UHD of the pilot and Part 8 of the limited series. Now, hold on a sec. And there's that. Now on to the, hold on. Hold on. Alright. Here we go. Still didn't get the first one, and I know not a lot of people like this movie, but I do, so... Well, actually, I don't like this one nearly as much as the first one, but... No, not a fan. I know there are people who are not a fan of these two, but... I like them, so... Whatever. Actually, there we go. I think I have the 2-disc DVD somewhere. I don't know if I'll keep it, but last time I remember it didn't play really that well, despite being perfectly fine. I'll have to play it again and see for myself. I hear the Kino 4K is really a mixed bag. Hold on, there you go. And mostly every release of this film is a mixed bag, unfortunately. So, that's why I got this one. Well, I wanted this one. I got this one for Christmas, actually. A lot of glare in this book. There, that gets rid of most of the glare. Yeah, they put this in a 2-disc case. Strange enough. Here is this one. This one I was really excited to have. Despite this not being perfect at all, at least it is completely uncensored. Actually, B-movie I got from my one of my brothers on my birthday, and this one I got from my other brother. So shout out to them. Now on to the Criterion Collection releases, then Shout, and then the Arrow Video releases. Going by spine order for Criterion. Alright, 3 more Criterions. This one I have yet to see. My mom actually wanted me to see this, so that's why I have it. That movie's not on streaming, so that is the only way to get that, actually. Believe it or not. This is the 4K UHD edition, which Paramount has not issued on 4K, and now I'm having issues with the disc. Great. There we go. Some of these plastic things are really crappy. I'm gonna have to break the packaging just to get the disc back in. Still have yet to see this. Have finished the show now. The first season. No, the first 2 seasons of the... Actually, no, the original series with the first 2 seasons. I gotta watch the movie and the limited series now. And then the final Criterion. Well, for now, anyway. Now, Shout Factory. Yes, I did see this, actually, in theaters a couple months ago. Really happy I have these, because these are pretty nice box sets on their own merit. Now into Arrow Video. Not gonna get into all that because it'll take too much time, but there's the disc. Oh wait, forgot to actually show it off. These should at least give you an idea. Not to, once again, unfold all, because it'll take too much time. Now I'm going to get this all back in. There you go. And because I love these films to death, I got the Arrow Video versions as well. Do have to get the Criterion Laserdisc of Hardboiled, but I've heard, unfortunately, that's a heavy rotter now. I'll still try and get one, but at least if I end up with a copy with little speckling, that's alright. I mainly want it for the additional features that are on it, since some of those are still exclusive. Though, this release does port over this and the Shout release port over the Criterion commentary, which is pretty much more important. If I remember correctly, some of the extras are more about the director and Hard Target, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, this will go. Yeah, this will take too much time. Yeah. Hold on. Card's not all the way back in. There we go.